Hello, people. So, I want to share this organization tool that I've created that with an intention to have space to exist in non-linear time, or to exist beyond the illusion of time in our vision and in our being and in the way that we relate to each other and relate to existence. And it just opens up, for me it's opened up engaging with existence beyond time, and it welcomes like the dream world and all the relationships that I have to flow through me in a way that circulates and that evolves and that changes and that grows and that releases as we process and are alive. And so this is something that I created for myself to use, and I'd like to share the idea, and also knowing that this is just one way. This is one tool for one phase that I'm in, or maybe not one, but a particular phase. And so I want to make it available for other people to use and to explore their own experience of nonlinear time and nonlinear thinking, planning, organizing. Like, it can go in, it plays into so many things. And so while also still being able to engage with linear time and with aligning through the construct of time and space, and also in that aligning visions and intersections and co-creation and all those things. So as you can see, there's 8 segments to the circle. There's a center circle, there's an outer circle, there's an outer circle beyond that, another circle, and another circle. And so this is I'll give you some examples of how I've been using this. And it doesn't have to be like 8 segments that look like this with all the different circles. It doesn't even have to look circle. It could look however your intuition wants it to look. So I'm just sharing this tool with you. And so here's an example of how I've been using it. So in the center, I write my focus for this, in that moment of what I want to focus on. I've used this as a way to orient my activities weekly. It could be used daily, it could be used yearly, it could be used just as an evolving thing. because sometimes I'll create a map of what I want to focus on, and then the next day it just doesn't feel right, so I make a whole entire new one, and there are similar things on it, but the language is different and the vision has changed a little bit, so it gives me flexibility with that. So in the center, I'll write my focus. In this circle, I'll write like more like task-oriented things. Things that I have a pretty clear vision on what the task actually is. It's much different than like a feeling or a fluid process that I want to enter into. And then, so the very outside ring, I'm going to start like in and out and then work my way in, because that's kind of how I created this, or it's how I fill it out, or it's one way. Yeah. Okay, so this outer circle is like the kind of the more, it holds space and cultivates flow in a way that's more like zoomed out, like big picture kind of dreams. I have written co-create, maintain, and decompose as a way, just knowing that like things are always changing, and so to have space for that in my way of being is important for me to acknowledge and to include in my process and my vision. So then there's like the innermost, there inside that is like there's circle where I write things that are engaging with with co-creators. So it's a place of extension and a place of external connection, but it's also internal because it's things that I'm resonating with. And I think it's important to consider that when we're creating things. How is it extending? How is it reaching out into connecting with things that we are vibing with? And then this triangular section is a space where connecting with other people or organizations and my own personal tasks that starts to meet and it starts to blend, and this is where the engagement happens. And so it's a space for me to visualize where how I'm weaving and how I'm co-creating and how I'm engaging. So yeah, I have this PDF document available for purchase on my website, and you can find the link in the description. And I also encourage you to explore non-linear time and what that might mean to you, because it could mean time is like a planetary alignment kind of thing that is also a tool. And so but also as we exist and as we access our memories of the past and dreams of the future, that's where it starts to become this interwoven tapestry of the present moment for me in my experience. So just knowing that we all are experiencing existence in ways that are relative to each other, and also, because we're all connected, and that also our expressions are so fascinating. And so I'd love to see and hear about how you're all relating with time or the absence of time, or ways that you are manifesting your reality. So, yeah, let me know.